Hey everyone, I'm Scotty from Scotty RNY, and this is my week 2 post-op RNY gastric bypass video. So just to refresh everybody that's seen my videos before, or for the people that haven't seen a video before this, I had Roux-en-Y, the gastric bypass, on July 7th, 2015. My surgery weight was 340 pounds. Last week I came to you, I was 326 pounds. And so that was a 14-pound loss. And this week I'm down to 321.2 pounds. So in total from surgery, I'm now down, what's my math? 18.8 pounds from surgery 2 weeks ago. I can't say it, enough times. I feel great. I'm flabbergasted how well I feel, and all the compliments that I'm getting from everybody about how well I feel. Something tells me that I should be feeling sick or something like that, or I should look worse, just because some of the people are just amazed at how well I'm up and around and whatnot. And I really do believe that mind over matter has a big thing to do with it. My thing for the whole process of this has been research, and looking in everything and trying to find out the most that I can to help myself. And that's why I'm making these videos now, is to help you guys as well, and to help me too. I found that the more I knew going into surgery, the more prepared I was when surgery came, and the better I feel now. So just finished my second week post-op, so I was just on full fluids for the last week. So it's been a week of Greek yogurt, pureed cottage cheese, because I don't like it chunky style, with some protein powder, strained cream soups. So it went well. I would say though that of course you don't get enough protein, so I'm still having 2 to 3 protein shakes a day to make up for it, and that's absolutely fine. I'm walking 2 to 2.5 kilometers a day, and feel fantastic about it. No shortness of breath, no problems in the belly area or anything like that. Tenderness still, but no discomfort at all by any means. So again, it's been going really well. A couple of things I did want to talk about today, though. It's something that I've just noticed over the last week again, and that's usually my theme, is things that I've noticed over the last week or so. From my last video, I tried to incorporate into this time's video. So one of the things is the process. In my mind, the process of the whole weight loss surgery journey starts when you go to your doctor to make that referral. That's when it starts, and that's when you're making that, I wouldn't say commitment, but you're making that interest enough that you need to have a referral made. And once that starts, once you're doing that, and for those of you that are still looking into this and haven't gotten that far and still trying to weigh it out, do what you can to research everything. For me, that was the best thing. I found that if I was doing a lot of research, that helped. And when I say the process started from when I made the referral, I just didn't jump on the bandwagon and say, hey, this is great, I'm going to start losing everything right away, right now. No. My referral went in of August in 2014. I didn't really change my lifestyle a whole lot up until about April of this year, when I actually had my pre-op appointment with the surgeon. And that's when I really made that life-altering change of cutting back my calories, cutting the portions, cutting out all the junk food and stuff like that. And then about a month and a half before surgery, I started at the gym. I wanted to get myself prepared for that. That's, to me, when the process starts. It's not when you have that surgery and on. The process starts before then, getting yourself ready then, and your mind ready. And the sooner that you can get yourself ready during this process, it'll make the whole journey a lot better. Because my process started in August of 2014, and so far this journey has been absolutely great. So again, for those people, just looking into it still, don't think of it as your journey only starts when you go under, the knife type of thing. It starts a lot before that, and you have to give yourself credit for going to the doctor and making that referral, because that's a big step for some people. And be very proud of yourself for that, to make that accomplishment of doing that. So just something to think about for sure, okay? Another thing too is I want to find that once you start the process, and every clinic is different, whether you're here in Ontario or in Canada or somewhere in the States or Australia and all those other people that have been watching my videos and stuff, find out as much as you can from them. I'm sure they all have booklets and pamphlets of what to do, food-wise, what you're supposed to eat. It's a lot of information to absorb. I understand, and I'm still learning things, every couple of days. Oh, look at that, and look at that. But by all means, if they're going to give you an appointment with a dietitian beforehand, and he or she is going to give you a booklet and said, this is what you need to eat at this stage after your surgery, and this is what you need to eat, down the road, follow those guidelines, okay? Especially right after surgery. Your stomach is so small now, if you've had the Roux-en-Y, or even if you've had the sleeve, right? It's a lot smaller than what it was. It's got to heal, okay? Because that new stomach now is just one big, inflamed tissue, muscle, inside of you with a bunch of staples around it, trying to heal. And if you're, not putting in the food that you're supposed to be for your time frame, you're just taking the bigger risk of making it worse, and then you're making yourself worse. So, if week 1, if you're supposed to be, week 1 to 2, if you're supposed to be full fluids, depending on, what your program says, stick with the full fluids, people, because it's going to help you in the long run. I've seen a few people now in the last couple of weeks that, were the first couple of weeks in, and, they're ready to try regular food. You know your body, and your body will tell you when you're ready. But I think, in my opinion, you should really wait, especially the first 3 weeks, and let that stomach, that pouch heal. Don't rush into it. It's not a race. This is your lifelong journey now. So take your time and treat your body with respect, and it'll treat you with respect. Because if you're starting to put things into that it's not ready, you're going to find out, right? You're going to get cramps, you're going to get sick, and all these other things, and probably a visit to the emerge, because you're just not feeling that great. So again, use your recommended documentation that you have from the professionals, and do what you can to heal that stomach first, and then carry on. That's my big thing for this week. So my weight loss this week, what was it, 4 pounds or so, 4.8 pounds. Obviously not as big as the week before that I was, 14 pounds. But again, numbers aren't everything. And, I have this belt that I wear every day that, I bought that was yay big to fit around my big waist, and they only come with so many notches in them. So I'm finding that, every now and then I have to drill a hole, to make it smaller. And sure enough, this past week I did that again, right? Drilled another hole. So the scale, is only down a few pounds, which is still great, but I also, drilled a hole in my belt, which, makes me feel fantastic. So there's these little things too that, again, the numbers aren't everything. Other than that, so I'm starting pureed foods today, and I'm going to stick with one food at a time and let my stomach and body get used to that. So tonight I'm going to try pork chop, just a simple. I'm going very bland on the seasoning and spices, at first, and pure it up to a nice consistency, and I'm going to try that. And if I like it, I will continue doing that for a few days, to get used to it. I don't want to mix everything up and go from, a pork chop to a beef to a chicken to something else. I want to try one item at a time, get used to it, and then carry on. Again, it's not a race for me either. So I'm on the pureed diet now. I'm going to do that for a week, and then we'll progress from there. So again, that's everything for today. Not a whole lot to to talk about that happened over the past week. Everybody out there, thanks again so much for watching my videos, and thanks for subscribing. For the people that have been through this already, right? Hats off all to you guys, because I see your videos and I'm very impressed with everyone else, with your weight loss, and that's amazing because that keeps me inspired as well. And for the new people that haven't had this done yet, thanks for watching. Take my information, with a grain of salt, but again, it's more information for you that will help you in the long run. Okay, everybody, so I'll see you again in a week's time. Thanks. Bye-bye.